I bought a Breitling. I have an unboxing video to share with you here. So let's get to it. I'm wearing the watch. This is the 1959 Navigation Timer reissue that came out as a limited edition in 2019. And I saw it out at Brent Jewelers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I was out there last week filming watches in the store, creating content for my YouTube channel. We had a watch enthusiast meetup on one of the nights for every watch enthusiast in the region to come and, enjoy some food and just have a nice get together. So I was out there, met some awesome people, obviously filmed some amazing watches, ate some excellent food, and I wanted to buy a watch to remember the trip, kind of as not a token, but just I don't know, maybe some of you can relate, you go on vacation or you hit a life milestone, maybe you graduate from school or you start a program or you get your first big promotion, you buy a house, whatever it is. When something happens, often we want to mark that event with a purchase. And so I wanted to buy a watch as I was out in Pennsylvania for this dream come true, absolute blast of a trip. I drove an M3 from the 80s that the store loaned me. I stayed in a condo in the old Hamilton factory. I was in Amish country filming watches, just having an absolute blast. So I wanted to remember this, excuse me, I can't talk. I wanted to remember this experience by making a purchase. And so I was looking at Seiko, I was looking at Grand Seiko, I was looking at some of the Hamilton models. I didn't want to spend an arm and a leg because I've been buying watches at a fairly rapid rate for me over the past 6 months. I bought the Black Bay Chrono, and then I bought the Sky Dweller shortly after that. And I bought a Grand Seiko GMT from the same authorized dealer a couple months ago. So I was really looking at the Marine Master in red. Absolutely beautiful diver. It would have been my 6th Marine Master. But as I was out there, I kept gravitating over to the Breitling area of the store. And I tell you what, this 1959 reissue of the Navigation Timer that was a limited edition back in 2019, it's so good in person. I had been familiar with the watch. I think I'd even seen it from afar, maybe at a local watch enthusiast meetup. I don't think I ever put it on, but when I saw it in person and I put it on wrist and I noticed the detail work of the dial, the warmth of the watch, this massive acrylic domed crystal that carries a thin layer of sapphire over the acrylic crystal, how Breitling modified the B01 to make this a hand wind that's so smooth in the tactile action in the crown. It's just a piece that surprised me. And again, I kept coming back to it. And so the fact that they had one available, I thought it had sold out at most authorized dealers, if not every authorized dealer in the United States. It was just a perfect opportunity to buy the watch, commemorate that awesome experience and get back into this brand. I think I've been Breitling-less for, I want to say at least 2 years now. And I like Breitling. I've always enjoyed Breitling. I've owned a few Breitling in years past. And so I wanted to get back into the brand. And I thought, what better way to experience Breitling than their icon? And that icon being done in such a faithful reissue to one of the original references from the 50s, it was, it was just meant to be. So I bought the Breitling. I have a Breitling in the rotation. I think it's going to mesh very, very well with my other watches. And I'm in the height of the honeymoon right now. So I left Pennsylvania. I told them, hey, I'm going to buy this watch when I get back to Utah. And so they mailed it to me. It came in the mail earlier today. I had them send it to my office. And like any self-respecting watch enthusiast, I came prepared. I brought a strap changing tool. I brought the mesh that I wanted to put it on because the stock leather strap, it's okay. It's not the best. I'm going to play with strap options. I'll probably have a custom strap made, maybe to match that warmer tone of the Arabic markers on the dial. I'll play with that later, but I knew I didn't want to wear it on the stock strap when I first got it. So I came prepared with the mesh from Stabe, German Milanese mesh, German made, Milanese mesh. And then obviously the strap changing tool. I brought my camera, brought my tripod, brought my unboxing knife. I came prepared. FedEx came into the office and it was like a Christmas morning. It was super exciting. I went outside under the tree nearby, and I got obviously this unboxing footage that I want to share with you guys. But this is a great piece, and Breitling did such a good job being faithful to that watch from 1959, down to the dimensions, down to the font, down to the details. And I really like this 40.9 millimeter size. I think it's ideal for my wrist. I can pull off the 43 millimeter. I've seen some awesome 43 millimeter. I've even tried on the new 46 with the bracelet. I can do the larger sizes, but there's something about this size, how thin it wears, the retro look. I'm over the moon, guys. I'm super excited about this purchase, and I wanted to just share the experience, share some of my first impressions. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wear it on this Stabe mesh, and I'd like to see if it's a 22 millimeter lug width. I'd like to see if the modern 7-link Navitimer bracelet would be compatible on this case. I'm not sure that it would, but I'd like to find out for sure, and I'll share that information with you guys as I get it. But I think this would be awesome on the official Navitimer bracelet. And maybe if not, maybe if that doesn't work, I'll get the tapering Breitling mesh that I think is a very nice mesh, very similar in quality to this Stabe. And obviously, again, I'll work with maybe Fluco. I don't know. I'm going to play with some strap options and just have fun with this lovely watch and wear it in rotation with my other pieces. So a full review will come. We'll talk about the history. We'll talk about the details. We'll talk about all that stuff. So if you have a specific question, maybe you're contemplating picking one of these watches up before they're too hard to come by. I mean, it's a numbered edition. It has a production number of under 2,000 units globally. And again, it's 3 years old now. So there's only one used example on Watch Recon that I saw. It's going to be hard to find. And once it's officially unavailable, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I regret missing out on a watch that was once available to me, but now maybe it's not available either by there's not enough on the secondary market, or the price goes too high for my liking. So if you're shopping for this watch, and if you have a question, let me know. I'd be happy to try to help out if I can. Content on the way of all the watches I filmed in Pennsylvania, the experience there, staying in the condo in the Hamilton factory, driving the M3, filming in the store, all of that stuff on the way. Thank you for watching today. Hope you guys have an awesome day. If you're in new watch day yourself, cheers, congrats on your new purchase, and I'll see you guys next time.